What's good? Alright, I'm gonna try some filters to see if I can get this noise to be a little bit better. I'm gonna try limiter, okay, and a noise gate. There we go. So I'm hoping you guys can't hear the fan anymore, but if you can, I'm sorry. It's my PC, it's kind of loud. But I hope my voice sounds better. But if it doesn't, I am sorry. And for some reason, this is not queuing up, so we're gonna try a quick sound test in training grounds instead. Oh, what squad? Why does it say I'm in a squad? Alright.
Eliminate all hostiles.
I changed my sensitivity, so I'm gonna either have to switch it or get used to this one. Which this is pretty loud. This is what I'm used to, this variant.
Good fuck, get in position!
This is a new mouse though.
Hostiles approaching from the third floor! Shit!
Oh wow.
All friendlies have
I'm
been
sorry
eliminated.
that you guys do that. Let me change my sensitivity real quick. Alright, from 100 to 400 maybe. Alright, that's pretty good. That seems like what my sense is. Alright. Why does it keep saying I'm in a squad? Oh, I can't even queue for cash because there's a messed up glitch. Alright, I'm gonna alt F4, guys. I'm gonna open Valorant for a second if this doesn't work. Alright, we're gonna open the game again. Why? And it even lets me talk in chat. I'm gonna let it queue for a couple of minutes.
About 15 years ago.
Doesn't matter what comes, Crystal's better alive. With mental fresh and full of life. Nothing can with mental fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better with mental fresh. Fresh goes better with mental fresh and full.
So an entire boardroom full of ad executives looked at that and went, "Oh, this is great. This will totally sell our breath mints." What the f*** was that? Okay, what I'm about to show you is probably weird things you can do in D&D Part 13. The Peasant Railgun. Step 1. Hire 1,000 peasants and get them to stand in a line. Step 2. Have each peasant ready their action. Whenever they're handed a spear, they're going to pass it to the person in front. Step 3. Have the guy at the front ready his action to throw the spear when it's passed to him. Step 4. Give the spear to the guy at the back of the line. This will create a domino effect of every peasant handing the spear down the line until the guy at the front launches it. Now here's the thing, in D&D a turn always lasts 6 seconds, which means our spear is accelerating 5,000 feet in that time, for an average speed of 3,409 miles per hour. Sure, it's dumb, stupid and janky, but it's worth it for the look on your DM's face when you don't only obliterate the dragon, but half the mountain behind it in just one move. Enjoy! Weird things you can do in D&D Part...
Crazy skills actors had to learn for their roles. For Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie had to learn to hold her breath underwater for 5 minutes.
I had to learn to hold my breath underwater for a really long time. When Joker's purple Lamborghini fell into the water, Batman had to save Harley Quinn. During all that time, Margot Robbie had to actually hold her breath so they could capture a realistic scene of Harley Quinn fighting Batman underwater. In X-Men Apocalypse, Olivia Moon had to learn sword fighting for her role. She practiced for 6 hours a day during acting and became a master swordsman. Later on, she even had a swords fight with Ryan Reynolds, but she easily won because he had a balloon sword. Crazy skills actors had to learn for their roles. For Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie...
People who have outrun cops. How'd you do it? I was hanging out at a friend's house when my mom texted me to inform me that my girlfriend is on her way back from college to surprise me. Extremely happy but shocked because my girlfriend hated this dude. So I prefer not to tell her that I was at this friend's place and had recently told her I was home. I called my mom to ask when will she be home. She said anytime now and I freaked out. I run out of this friend's house without informing him that I am leaving. I jump in the car and start flying home on a road I should definitely not be flying on. As God faded, I pass a cop and see him hit his brakes in my rear view. I instinctively floor it over the hill, pull into a parking lot, and cut my lights off nighttime. Few seconds pass and I see him fly by with his wee-woos on. With no time to spare, I pull back out soon after and finish flying home. Run inside, jerk my clothes off, lay on the couch, turn on the TV, and she knocks on the door not 5 seconds later. Mission accomplished. Not yet. As soon as she enters, Mom asks me, when did you come home? People who have outrun cops. How'd you do it? I was hanging out at...
Hey there, welcome to Anti-Vax Hospital. Anti-Vax Hospital? Yeah, the previous administrator stopped getting kickbacks from Big Pharma when everyone stopped getting the COVID jab, so they had no choice but to sell to the anti-vaxxers. Oh, well, I'm having really bad chest pain. Yeah, this EKG looks bad. You're having a heart attack. Oh my god, what do we do? Well, you're only having a heart attack because you're overweight and you eat poorly, so let's talk about diet and exercise. But we don't have time for that. I need medicines, don't I? No, Big Pharma wants you to think that you need medicines. It's all about lifestyle changes. Or maybe a heart procedure? No, at this hospital, we rely on our body's natural anticoagulating effects to unclog coronary arteries. Does that work? It worked for my friend's uncle. I'm pretty sure I read that you could do heart procedures for heart attacks. You probably read that on a fake news media site. What? Plus, these heart procedures don't always work. My niece's chemistry teacher got one and she still died from the heart attack, so they're useless. But if you don't do anything, I could die. No, it's pretty rare that you die from the actual heart attack. Usually it's from arrhythmias or ventricular rupture. Doctors are supposed to help people. Well, I'm not a sheep. You'll lose your job if you let me die. They can't fire me for that. That's discrimination. Oh, let's get some vitamin C over here, stat. Oh, he's dead. Thanks a lot, Fauci. Hey there, welcome to Anti-Vax Hospital. Anti-Vax Hospital? Yeah, the previous administrators...
So someone just came in with this iPhone 8 Plus, and they have a very strange request. They want me to cut off all the microphones. They're paranoid that their phone's listening to them, and they're getting targeted ads. As much as I want to say that's crazy, it's not. Your phone does listen to you all the time. Companies won't admit it, but your phone does target you with ads based on what you say. So I'm gonna do what he asked, and I'm gonna cut off all his microphones. Unscrew. Open it up. Unscrew. The first microphone we're gonna cut off is this one on the front earpiece speaker. I just ripped it off the pads so it doesn't disrupt anything else. Next we have two right over here, one and another one. We'll just give it a snip snip. That's done. The last one's on the back, just right over here. There we go. I'm gonna close this back up. Just be nice in the comments. So someone just came in with this iPhone 8 Plus.
It's really not that bad. It just needs a little shaping. To the salon!
Take a field sobriety test even if you're sober. Just doing one of these things gives the officer enough evidence to arrest you if they want. For the one leg stand test, sway while you're bouncing, jail. Use your arms to balance, jail. Hop to rebalance, jail. Putting your foot down to rebalance, jail. For the walk and turn test, putting your arms out to balance, jail. Stepping too far out or too far in, jail. Improper turn, jail. Leaning, jail. Missed heel to toe, jail. Stopping to balance, jail. A minor nystagmus deviation, or even having a lazy eye, like me, jail. Snoop Dogg, a savage. The whole point of this was to prove that sober people fail field sobriety tests all the time. And if you're in the position of getting a field sobriety test, you're probably going to jail anyway. Better refuse the test and let them have less evidence to use against you. Just my opinion. Here's why you should never take a field sobriety test even if you're sober. Just doing one of these things gives the officer enough evidence to arrest you if they want. For the one leg stand test, sway while you're balancing, jail. Use your arms to balance, jail. Hop to rebalance, jail. Putting your foot down to rebalance, jail. For the walk and turn test, putting your arms out to balance.
Wait a minute. Z Y X W U T U V V U T X R Q.
Part 26. Hey, Mr. Rogers, you wanted to talk to me? Hey, yeah, you've seemed a little off lately, and I just wanted to check in with you. Oh, I'm fine. Just a little extra tired from sleeping on the floor, you know? On the floor? Why are you sleeping on the floor? Oh, we sold our beds, but no worries. Protecting our family and everything. Wait, hold up. Are you in danger? Well, yeah, the werewolf is coming back. Did you just say werewolf? I guess you're living under a rock, Miss Rogers, but yeah, my grandma was attacked by a werewolf last week. Werewolf. Yes, we've been over that already. A werewolf, and it didn't finish her off, so we know it's coming back, and we have to be prepared. Okay. How does this relate to selling your bed? Do you think silver's cheap or something? It just grows on trees? Come on, Miss Rogers. I thought teachers were supposed to be smart. We have to save up for the silver bullet. Apologies. Your parents know about this? Know about this? They're running it. This is a family obligation to protect our community. You're welcome. Right. Real things said in classrooms. Part 20.
Okay. If I had a penny for every time I thought about you, I have exactly 1 cent. Cause you never leave my mama.
Biggest corn joke I ever ate. Give it here. Yes. Show you how to do a real corn joke. I'm gonna flip it. If it lands on heads, you gotta give me. If it lands on tails, you gotta give me the boo. Give us a shot. Would you look at that? It landed on both.
Look, babe. If I had a penny for every time I thought about you.
Reddit. What's your favorite no-way story? My cousin and a group of close friends are spending a weekend in a cabin. On the drive up, they heard over the radio that a summer camp had subsequently lost one of the kids. They shrug it off and continue on with their trip. The next night, they're sitting around the campfire having a good time, drinking, reminiscing about old times. About 3 hours later, one of their friends gets it in his head there are trolls in the woods, and he's gonna find one if it takes him all night. From the point of view of Mr. Troll Hunter, he said he got about a good mile into the woods before he finds one, throws him over his shoulder and heads back to camp. He gets back to the cabin. By this point, everyone had gone to bed, and takes the troll into his room. Shuts his room and passes out. Wakes up the next morning. A 9-year-old kid with Down syndrome just staring up at him. He freaks out. Decides he has to call the cops. Calls them. Tells them he found the missing kid. Few weeks later, he's in the paper and is awarded a key to the city for his heroism.
What is the most popular movie of all time? Unless you've already looked it up, the answer will probably surprise you. If we're scaling this off of how much money each film was made, then the third most popular movie is the 1997 movie Titanic at $2.1 billion. Although some say that this is actually the most popular movie of all time, and just hasn't made as much money as number 1 on this list. Anyways, the second most popular movie of all time is Avengers Endgame, which has made about $2.7 billion in just 2 years of being released. And finally, the most popular movie of all time is actually a movie I haven't personally watched yet, which is the 2009 film Avatar, at an insane $2.8 billion, just barely beating Endgame. And that answers the question, What is the most popular movie of all time? Unless you've already looked it up,
Here's a female, and she doesn't look very amorous. In fact, she kills every male who doesn't match up to her expectations. What can he do to win her over? Dance.
Wait, really?
Dance for his life. He will need a show-stopping trick to avoid becoming lunch.
He tried his best, dude.
At last, she succumbs to his advances and allows him to mate with her.